welcome to another song title challenge where you get inside the mind of a hit songwriter. And that hit songwriter is not me, it's my good friend, Mr. Brent Baxter. What's up, Brent?
The sky.
The sky. That's brilliant lyrics, man.
And they're blue, and my love is true.
There you go.
All right, I'm all
awesome.
warmed up.
All right. Well, listen, this is a creative exercise. This is not a co-write in any way. The way that this works is we get song titles from the community. They send them in. I try to pick randomly. I spring them on Brent live on the show, and then we try to cook up. And when I say we, I mean the royal we. It's really Brent, and I help out every once in a while, hold his bags and maybe valet or something like that. But we try to craft up 4 or 5 different conceptual approaches to writing the lyrics for a song title, just to teach how you can just a little extra time in the beginning of a write to dig down and try to find a different angle on a song can mean all the difference in the world between mediocre or horrible and something great and good, So with that, you want to add anything to that, sir?
So, this is open to the C.L.I.M. community, so send in to info at Daredevil Production?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Info at daredevilproduction.com. Production is singular. There is no S. Info at daredevilproduction.com. In the subject line, put song title challenge. And whatever, you can send in as many song titles as you like. Mm-hmm. Try to make them good song titles. Don't send us in like macaroni and cheese. Write a song about that word, boy. We need something cool, But what some sort of clever title, some sort of clever thing, and then we're gonna craft it up. And it's not a co-write. This is whatever we come up with. If that helps you in any way, God bless. That's awesome.
Invite us to the #1 party.
That's the only thing you owe us, right?
That's it.
And I want a cocktail.
I might take one too.
I'm right, my man. I'm when you drink with me, which is never, but it's good. One time at lunch.
I think.
All right, so here we go. This is from Nikki Narraton, who is a relatively new climber. And, we talked about her before. She gave, she wrote a review, which was really cool. I forgot to mention one thing, though. I said she had that really cool,
Nikki
crazy...
and the Human Element?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she's got that, cool jazz thing going on. It's, really sort of heady and cool, man. New York, very New York thing. Yeah. She's also a doctor. She's an MD.
There we
she
go.
Helps out homeless people. So when she's not writing songs, she's like a saint.
Rock on.
People that come to her shows bring socks and stuff like that for homeless people. It's really interesting.
That's great. Well, then, good doctor, I will try to not butcher your idea here.
So here's the title. This has got a gambling twist to it, but I think if you can untwist the gambling part.
Don't tell me what to do, Johnny.
Okay, that's right. I'm going to think. So here it is. I had you beat till the river.
Had you beat till the river. Yeah, you know what?
Now she typed in, by the way, I believe what is a misspelling. She said I had T-O, beat till the river, but I'm pretty sure it's I had you beat till the river because I know poker. Yeah. The river's the last card where all of a sudden, somebody gets lucky. And
okay.
Do you get that?
No, I have no idea. I'm not a poker player, so...
Okay, so I need to explain this.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so on 5-card stud, right, everybody gets their cards, and then the first thing that happens is the flop. So 3 cards go down that go up, and each of the players gets to use those 3 cards in their hand. Okay, so they got 2 cards. Each player has 2 cards.
Right.
It's actually, 7-card stud.
Okay.
So each player gets 2 cards, and then the flop comes, and so 3 cards go down in the middle of the table, face up, and everybody gets to see, and then the odds change, right, on who's. You might get a pair of 7s or a pair of aces or something, and then everybody bets again. Then the next card goes down, the 4th card goes down. It's called the turn, okay? And then all of a sudden the odds change again because you see oh, wow, man, maybe...
Now this person has this.
Yeah, and you only know what you have, but you can see, by the odds, and you got to know the math on it all, right? Yeah. And then how they look and everything like that. And then the final card is the river. That's called the river. So that sometimes you'll have somebody where they got a 5% chance of winning. It's a 95% chance of this other guy, and then the river comes and it's nope, they got the one card they needed.
Yeah.
And you played it exactly right. and you've like the math, you're a better student of the game because it's very much of a heady game. Like if you know what you're doing, it's not just luck. Like you know when to get out, when to fold, know when to hold them, know when to fold.
Yeah, hey, that's right. That
we should do it. And but you can play it exactly right because some schmuck doesn't know any better and just
gets lucky.
Bets it all in and gets lucky and you're like, dang, and it can do that. So there's the flop, there's the turn, there's the river. So you need to know about that.
Flop, turn, and river. I wonder if we can use that.
Yeah.
All right. So I had you beat Till the River. So first thing I would probably want to do just title-wise is cut that down and call it Till the River.
There you go. Okay.
Just because it's a really long title.
Yep.
And then, so I had you beat Till the River. So, man, how do you put I had somebody beat in this context of a song, right? So you think... especially you think, generally love songs, that kind of stuff. You're like, well, had you beat? Who's you? And because it's not like you want to sing this to your lover or your ex-lover. Like, I had you beat. That's not how a singer wants to probably portray themselves as operating within a relationship. That's right. Confrontational, winning, lose. I win, you lose. I had you beat.
Even though they might think about that, you don't want to put that out there.
Right, exactly, yeah. You don't want to be that person in song, right? Now, a couple things throw out before they go away. You could be talking to, like, your ex's new guy or something, man. Like, I had you beat Till the River. Like, you took her down to the river and you popped that ring out of your pocket and now you're engaged. And, like, dude, I was coming back in. I was making that play. I was, or maybe we're just two guys competing for this girl and, but that's a little weird. Like, why are you talking to this other dude, right? It's like a little, and plus you're admitting defeat. Doesn't make the singer look that good. Not that the singer always has to, but it generally commercially it helps if the singer wants to be the person in the song.
Yeah.
Now you could be singing to her memory, to heartache. You could be personifying something that you would want to beat, right? Freaking heartache! I had you beat Till the River.
That's money.
And
the river where we fell in love.
Exactly, that kind of stuff. Like, then I drove down to the river, and now I was like, I saw her at that party by the river, or that memory came back, or that kind of thing. It could be something like that. It could be, I had, you're talking to the bottle, that kind of thing. I had to beat to the river. So there are many things you could personify that you're talking about.
That's interesting.
Honestly, I don't have the poker chops to get into putting in a lot of.
I think what would make this cooler anyway would be the lack of that.
Yeah, maybe it's Maybe you could do a couple little things. You can put the word flop in there, but the turn in the river.
Uh-huh.
Then I hit that turn, and then we got through the river, and I lost it. Which is kind of subtle because I don't know how universal that would be. I mean, a lot more people know how to play poker or 7-card stud than I do.
Right.
So a lot of people would get that, but I think it narrows things to be like, the gambler. He doesn't talk the technicalities.
Right.
Really, you hold them, fold them, walk away.
No one to run.
It's very general. Tell the cards you're wearing. By the way you're.
The way you hold your eyes.
I can see you're out of aces. So the stuff that's really pretty universal. So I don't think it's going to broaden the market by diving into the technicality. So I'd kind of want to stay away from that a little bit. So apparently Nikki is a doctor. Cool jazz artist,
and she's got a Tuesday night poker club.
Tuesday night poker club, and she must be good at math and knowing the odds.
That's right. And maybe they're playing for socks. I don't know.
Maybe they. That's how those people end up homeless. They thought you could play with Nikki.
Well, she's creating more business for herself,
exactly,
right? Like if she beats them, she takes all their money and they end up homeless.
And then I give it to the homeless and create more.
So she's evil.
She's evil. So anyway,
the fruits of the devil.
Right. All right. Till the River. I think Till the River is an interesting title because Till the River. It poses a question. What? Till the River. It opens a loop I want closed. It makes me want to. If you just called it The River, I'm thinking of the Garth Brooks song or the Bruce Springsteen song or The River. Okay. But Till the River, I'm like, what? It poses a question. It opens a loop, right?
Yep.
So that makes it a little more intriguing. Right. Even then, I had you beat Till the River.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to find out what it is. So what else? So we got the personifying heartache or her memory or your ex's or his memory. You had, the bottle. personifying that. See if there's some other way to.
How about just a quick list of 3 things off the top of your head aside from a bottle and heartache that you could personify? Maybe
we're talking about memory. We have loneliness. So that's all kind of in that same world. Maybe it's what did I have beat till the river? What if it's not the singer? What if he's personifying something else, talking to the singer, and the you, and I had you beat till the river was something else, right? So the singer would be taking on a character, singing to the listener. So I mean, it could even be like
a liquor bottle singing to the listener.
It could be if you go to kind of the liquor bottle, the devil, the sin, all that stuff. I had you beat till the river when you got baptized.
Oh,
that kind of thing. Thinking I had you beat till the river.
Complete 180. That just happened.
Right.
That just happened.
And no, I got nothing on you. You're dead to me now. You got saved, and you're dead to me. That kind of thing. So that what else could be talked about till the river? Is there a fishing thing just for a country? Thing had you beat till the river?
Till the river. Or I had till the river. Like
till the river.
I don't know. Fishing's kind of.
Yeah, I don't. We're just throwing ideas. We don't judge here. It's kind of obvious.
I'm just saying it's drawing a blank for me.
Yeah, me too. I know just a little bit more about that than I do poker, and it ain't much. So you could be talking about the other things. I mean, that had you beat. I mean, so it could be, loneliness and some of the things we talked about beating until you got to the river that then defeated you. Those things could think they have you beat till the river, and something good happens there. Mm-hmm. You meet that girl, you meet the new love, you had that kind of thing.
That's right.
What else could we talk about? This is a tricky one because it's pretty specific in the way that whole line is.
What if it's I was beat, or it looked like I was beat until the river? Like if you turn it around, like
if you mess with the phrase, it really opens it up.
Yeah. Like I think you can do that here, like a little bit.
Okay, a little bit. I try not to too much, but right. I mean, if we were in a co-write, I'd be like, maybe like had me beat till the river. Like I was beat. Like I was losing till the river.
What about 2 suitors to 1 girl? Right?
That ain't my truck kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I was. Because then you become the other guy. Originally we talked about like the 2 guys competed for this 1 girl, and I had you beat. You son of a gun till the river, and you took her out there and you wooed her and you romanced her, and now she's with you.
Right.
What if you change that phrase a little bit? It's like, I was losing till the river, I was beat till the river, whatever till the river. 2 guys competing, but now you're the guy that takes her to the river and you woo her and romance her, and now she's going out with you and not the other guy. So it's more of a positive thing, which would be cool too. Or even maybe it's like, not the I had you beat, but something had you beat till the river. Like, and now you're singing, the you is like your lover or your friend, that something else thought it had you beat till the river. So
there you go.
That now we're together, we're overcoming this thing, or we're falling in love, or we're overcoming the bottle, or we're overcoming this memory, this heartache, moving on kind of thing.
Oh, so that could be a real deep one, right? Like if it's like a liquor.
Yeah.
That's what it did there.
So good, you're subconscious. So it could be, it's like, that heartache, had you beat till the river. When you...
That's when you let it go.
You let it go. You let it go down the, kind of the message in a bottle kind of thing. You threw the ashes in the water and let it float on by, and then you can bring in those kind of river metaphors and that kind of thing. Washing clean, you dove in, you came back up clean, and even if you don't go like baptism route or whatever, you still rivers just have that thing that the nature elements, and
energy.
There's and water washing clean and that kind of stuff. You could do something like that, because then you're talking about set up against like the dry desert kind of thing, and the heat and the thirst and the dryness and the loneliness and all this stuff. Whatever the desert had me beat till the river. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a lake. A river is alive. It's a flowing thing. It doesn't run out, right? A lake is contained. A river goes somewhere and it comes from somewhere. Yeah. It can take you somewhere. A lake can't take you anywhere. So there's those things you could play off too. It's like river is not just a puddle of water you can fill your canteen. A river doesn't run out. It's a constant source, reliable source of water. If you're like in a desert, or You can hop on it and ride it, float your way out.
Yeah.
So the things there that you can play with, which would be interesting too. It's like it wasn't, and again, that's twisting that title a little bit, but I think it'd help it be kind of a more of a powerful thing. Because like even going to like the devil to the bottle, think it beat you till the river, then that puts the singer in a weird position unless you can somehow quote and the singer's not the devil or the bottle. It's just a weird thing.
Or if you're making a third party, but then it's less powerful
because it's not quite as immediate and personal. There's a step removed, but there's some cool stuff there.
But I mean, you got a good point too, like with the whole gambling thing. Like you really got to keep it
where dudes like me aren't totally lost.
Well, you know what? Okay, but the right, I guess that's pretty technical, though. The river's technical, isn't it? Like,
I didn't know.
It's so that's more technical than 7, 11, gonna make you mine. That Clint tune.
And that's
a good run of bad luck. Mm-hmm. So everybody knows it's 7.
Because even if 7s and 11s, numbers and that kind of stuff. But even if you don't get it, it's just a line. It's not the hook, and where everything hinges on that. Like if you hadn't prefaced it with, "Hey, this is always got a gambling kind of thing," I would have said. I would not have thought that at all. I would have just been like, river, okay.
Yeah.
Would not have gone there at all because this is not in my lexicon,
Well, so. You know what? Maybe she's not a gambler. Maybe I just assumed that. What if that's
She's
the
listening
case?
right now going, I do not have Tuesday Night Poker Club.
I am not trying to create more homeless people.
It's like the abusive, there was a Tim McGraw song where there's a, abusive stepfather. And then one day Tim's character, the kid, takes him out and takes him to the river.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't get beat anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody saw him anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's like, he had me beat till the river. It's a dark song.
Yeah. There's another angle there, I guess.
Yeah, make it a story song where it's really involved in there. Which you just got to come up with a story, which I'm not going to come up with in the next 30 seconds.
No. All right. Well, hey man, I think that's like probably 5 or 6 different angles.
There's some stuff there.
That's pretty killer. Some 180s there, a couple of hairpin turns. Where you're like, no, what? I didn't think we were going to make it, but we did. So hey, that brings us to the end of another song title challenge. Once again, send in your song titles today. Go to email at info@daredevilproduction.com. Production is singular. info@daredevilproduction.com. In the subject line, put song title challenge. Send us as many song titles as you would like, and we'll try to cook them up here every other week. This is what we do. We're just cooking spaghetti. We throw it against the wall, but don't stick. We keep cooking.
Exactly. Hey, and if you want to do one of these in one-on-one privacy, where it's not out here for our millions and millions of listeners. Sorry, old rock throwback from WW, whatever it is. Anyway, you can contact me for one-on-one coaching, consulting. We can repair your song. We can prepare your song. We can run through ideas like this. We can take a lot more time on it. Whatever, answer questions, however I can be a resource for you. You can check that out at songwritingpro.com/coaching. Songwritingpro.com/coaching. Get all the details, see my schedule, book your own session, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out.
Man, I'll tell you this, well worth the time investment and the money investment, because I've had a couple artists that I've worked with who are like all self-contained writers and great, like good talent, right? And great vocal ability, so their melodies are spot on, they're incredible. Yeah. But their lyrics always were weak. Yeah. And because they never had to strengthen them, because they could just blow people away with their voice. Exactly. Right? They were blessed. And I would always tell them, like when they're a little worried about writing with people, like just think what you're going to learn about being in this proximity with somebody who does it for a living. Yeah. And what you're going to pick up, the tools of the trade that you're going to pick up that are going to get you out of spots moving forward when you're writing with other people. So that education, I think, is invaluable. But hey, guys, this podcast exists because we want you to win, so keep on climbing.
And we'll see you at the top.